Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alex here. Check it out. Welcome to Tuesday morning. A lot of stuff has been going on at the decks lately. We have been really meeting and having a lot of things. A couple people have come onto the team. A couple new series are currently in production, and we're going to be making official announcements about all that stuff in the next week or so. But unfortunately, the downside of that is that there's no regular Dex episode today, so I figured I would continue with my campaign of terror online with this VGC team that I've slowly been working on. Last time I was talking about switching out the Nihilego for a Mudsdale, which I have done. So now I've got Lele, Feeny, Espeon, Jolteon, Kartana, and Mudsdale. Mudsdale's got special bulk to go along with his stamina ability, which raises his defense every time he gets hit. And he has Heavy Slam and High Horsepower, which are both meant to counter, things like Muck, who is only weak to ground, and all the Tapus have that steel weakness. So with Mudsdale, I also went with very low speed stat. He has no IVs for speed, and he has no EVs for speed, because he's also kind of like a counter switch pick for Trick Room. So we're going to try out this team right now. We're going to see how it goes, and good luck to me. Let's try it. Oh my, I gotta sign in. Hold on. All right, now let's go. All right, so right away we have Muck to deal with, but we also have some hijinks on here because Beware is not normally on teams. He probably has Fluffy. It doubles his defense except against fire moves, which is going to be a problem. But luckily, a lot of my guys are special attackers anyway, so I'm going to go with my basic openers here of Espeon and Jolteon, and then we're going to run, I think I want to run Tapu Lele in the back just in case, and I think I'm going to bring Kartana with me as well. So Mudsdale doesn't even get to go in this time, but that's okay, because I'm not necessarily seeing a Trick Room here, but there might be, so we'll see what happens. It could be the Mimikyu who's the Trick Room guy, but Espeon also carries Trick Room, and it's faster than anything, so pretty demoralizing for your opponent to use Trick Room, and then you're the one who switches the dimensions back, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we got Mimikyu out here. I don't know what his plan is, but I guess we're just gonna have to see. So I think I'm gonna do Trick Room. I think I'm gonna just call it and do Trick Room at the top of this turn. And then I'm going to switch Tapu Lele in because I predicted there's going to be a priority move this turn, and he kills priority moves with his Psychic Surge. All right, so I was totally wrong about how everything went down, but that's okay. And Trick Room is up, so everything is now in their advantage. This is not a great turn for me. All right, I guess I'm gonna Z. Well, I don't want to Z yet. I'm just gonna Psychic the Mimikyu, and I'm going to use Nature's Madness on the Muck. So that's going to take half his health. He already beat me because of Trick Room. I've sealed my own fate here, guys. I've sealed my own fate. Oh my god, disgusting. Okay, well, that's what you get. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. All right, so let's see what we can do, though. Jolteon's got Shadow Ball. Kartana's got Smart Strike, which could probably take out the Mimikyu. But I'm going to have to put that Smart Strike into the Muck because I don't have much else that's going to hurt that Muck. So I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball here on the Mimikyu. That's a bummer. All right. He knocked off my Focus Sash. I got charmed. I just totally got played here, you guys. Totally got played because I mispredicted that Mimikyu. But that's kind of Mimikyu's thing, right? Like, even more than it being a great Pokemon, which it totally is, it's pretty hard to guess which Mimikyu you're going to be running into at any given time, and there's no part of me that expected it to be a light screen. And so I went for the bold strat on the Trick Room. I shouldn't have done that. That's on me. Okay, so let's just try it again. Same thing. Brings out the Muck. Okay. Waited till he was going to know that my thing was down. Here comes Celesteela, the monster, the beast. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to win this. I'm going to just go ahead and forfeit just because there's no... Well, you know what? I'm going to play it out. I'm going to be a champ. Half. Ugh. All right. So that was an ugly one to start off with, but that's okay. I know exactly what I did wrong there. Just I just got tricked. I didn't think that Mimikyu was that. All right, so we're going to go back. We're going to run one more battle at least, just to see. We're about 5 minutes in. Maybe we'll do 3 battles total. We'll see. Okay, so let's see. Seems a little bit more easy to understand what's going to happen with this team. The one outlier is the Mismagius. I don't know what the vibe is with that. I haven't been playing on Showdown too much because we recently made a lot of headway in the Let's Play. We're pretty much done with it, so I've been playing that, and I believe that strategy has just evolved a little bit. So I think I'm going to bring Espeon and Jolteon in the front again with Tapu Lele, and then I'm going to bring Mudsdale this time because he's got some stuff that he's going to do. So we'll see what happens. We got Muck and we got Mismagius. Okay, so I'm gonna switch. Okay. The problem is, the thing that's annoying is that Muck is Dark type. So I'm gonna switch Muck. I'm gonna switch Espeon for Mudsdale, and I'm gonna Shadow Ball the Mismagius. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see what happens. Mystical Fire didn't do much, but it lowered my special attack just in time to curb that hit a little bit, but it lowered his special defense together with it, so it's good. Proc Stamina, lose my Chesto Berry though, which hurts my rest strat, but that's not that big of a deal. I'm going to go ahead and protect this turn with Mudsdale just to extend that life cycle a little bit more. I'm going to Shadow Ball the Mismagius one more time, because I think that he's going to take it pretty hard on the chin with that lowered special defense, even though I have lowered special attack. So we're going to see what happens here. He switches out for the Gastrodon. Okay. Gastrodon takes that pretty well. Moringa Berry raises its special defense. Okay, we're not looking good here. Okay. So I'm going to bring Espeon in because he doesn't know that it has Grass Knot, and that's what I'm going to pray for right now. So I'm going to high horsepower the Muck right now because that's going to be special, super effective. I'm going to Grass Knot the Gastrodon because that's going to do 4 times. Hopefully it does something to it. Probably not much, but it's probably a pretty heavy Pokemon, so we'll see what happens. Luckily, Trick Room is not in play right now, but that just means my Mudsdale goes last for this, but he has stamina, so hopefully it should be okay. And if I have a problem, I can still rest with Mudsdale, even though I lost my Chesto Berry to the Muck. So we'll see what happens. He protects, great. Okay, Grass Knot to the Gastrodon, does a significant amount of damage. Ooh, he takes the Toxic, okay. So I've got maybe one more turn with this Muck before I need to go to sleep. Maybe I'll just do it right now. Maybe I'll go to sleep right now and I'll Grass Knot the Gastrodon again. See what happens. We'll see. Muck is really, like, for me, I think he's the most impenetrable Pokemon. I know that he's like just as balanced as everybody else, but for me, right, like, at least in my experience, I always find that there's 1 or 2 Pokemon that, like, are the one that's a problem, you know? And I don't know if that's like a personal thing for me. I know that people always have that where it's like, oh my God, like, what is wrong with this? Like, why is this the one? I'm probably going to lose Tapu Lele right now. It's so crappy. I'm going to go for the Psychic here on the Mismagius, but I don't want to get locked into it because if I do, I can't beat the Muck ever. Oh, man. All right, so I'm just going to go Nature's Madness here on the Muck to cut its HP in half, I think is what I want to do. Yeah. Takes the Energy Ball, does nothing, raises my stamina, makes me even safer to the Muck. I get the 50% off. The Figgy Berry brings it all the way back. Wow. Just demoralizing. Muck is just, he's so strong. And you know what? I think I'm afraid of him. I think I give him more credit than he deserves in terms of how strong he is. But there's just certain things that you hit him with. He's like a poison type, which, like, you never really thought about before. But he's like a poison type, and you know, you never think about that type of thing. So Mudsdale's just not going to wake up, and that's going to be the end of the round. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. That's 2 in a row where I just got bodied. But that's what happens, you know. The meta moves on, and you have to make some changes. He gave me a GG though. Like, it was a good match. I got outplayed again. All right, yeah, Mismagius, because I haven't played since Pokebank happened. So now we're starting to see things that are new, and it's crazy. All right, so we got 10 minutes. I'll give you one more battle. We'll do one more. I'm probably going to have to make some changes to this team now that we're dealing with all the Pokebank guys. But this team looks like it's from before that, at least for the most part. So again, here, I think I'm going to go with... I think I'm going to go with Espeon and Jolteon and Tapu Lele and Mudsdale. Maybe I should go with Kartana. I think I'm actually going to take Kartana just because he has better coverage. This Espeon Jolteon thing is like I'm starting to realize like it's a good idea, but it's just not working out. Okay, so the Lilligant's going to get some kind of boost from the sun that's going to, I think, double its speed. We got Torkoal here. That's a problem. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to Z-move the Torkoal and then swap Lele in, and that's just going to be my plan. Like, because if he protects, like, at least the Z-move will go through it. He after use, it kills everyone on my team. It's just disgusting. Like, I can't... Like, unless you're fast enough to beat this, you just can't beat it. This is so demoralizing. Okay, so we got Fire type over here. We got just regular Grass type over here. I guess I'm just going to go with the Smart Strike on Lilligant, and I'm going to go with Psychic on Torkoal, because that's just what has to happen. But he just, after used twice in a row, kills my entire team. Look at that. That's Brutality Unchained. Get me out of here. Ugh. Just totally got bodied. I can't believe that. All right. I can't believe that. I should have just put all my effort into taking out the Lilligant. This guy said lol to me. Guys, if you ever want to get like respect in the Pokemon world, even if you lose a lot, never taunt the other player. That's dishonorable. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Just all day this. Crazy. Awful. Hate that strat. Very, very, like, crappy. All right. That was a really short match. I'll give you one more. We'll do 4 this time. Might as well. We'll see. I just want to win one. This is a sad day for me. Okay. Same strat. We gotta not be afraid of our own strats. So Kartana's going in there because we gotta deal with those guys, and I'm gonna bring in Tapu Lele in the back as well. Same 4. I know I keep picking that same core team, but you gotta stick with the strat that you have. Like, that's the strongest thing. Like, I'm just getting tricked by my own brain not expecting these strats. And even this team looks so familiar to me, you know what I mean? Like, it looks like it has plenty of Pokemon on it that I know, but I'm struggling right now, and I don't usually struggle. So it's interesting to see how the metagame changes, like even just in the way that players think. Okay, so we got Coco with Electric Terrain. I'm going to go ahead and do my trick with Coco, which is I'm going to bring in Lele on the Espeon side and hit it with Synchronoise. Because what that... Oh, he protected. Clever boy. All right. Synchronoise is a psychic move, and it hits only Pokemon of your own type. So basically the whole point of that is that it does a big amount of damage to this dude. But I guess what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Moonblast the Garchomp, and I'm going to Synchronoise again with the Tapu Koko, just to see if I can't do some damage there. Moonblast hits the Garchomp, super effective, takes him down to his sash. And Coco gets out before the Dazzling Gleam. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. So we got Espeon still, and we got Kartana. We can still take this, maybe. I'm just going to go for the regular old Psychic here on Garchomp. It's going to hurt. Not that much, though. Not too bad. Smart Strike takes that Tapu Koko hard. Fire Fang takes out the Kartana. Oh, my gosh. I got to get some stronger guys. I got to get some stronger guys on my team. All right. So I'm going to Z-move the Gastrodon this turn. That's the best I can do. So that wipes out the Gastrodon. Here comes Celesteela. There's still no way I'm going to win this. But, man. All right. Well, I guess I just need to go back to the drawing board on my team this time around, huh? Like, it's crazy, right? Like, maybe I could have done Trick Room and helped myself out a little bit. I don't know, but Wow, I'm really starting to get outclassed. Like my team, even from just a month ago, is really starting to get outclassed by these strats. But maybe I'm just having bad luck. Maybe I'm just like getting outplayed a bunch of times. I don't know. It's pretty rough. 15 minutes. You know what? We didn't give you guys a dex. We didn't give you guys a dex today. I'll do one more battle for you guys, just to keep the dialogue going, because I'm having a good time this morning sitting here talking about stuff, and I feel like I'm in a good state of mind. Okay, so we got some guys out here that are a little bit scarier than normal. So I'm gonna bring out Jolteon and Kartana at the top. I'm gonna put Mudsdale in the back, and I'm gonna bring I suppose I should bring Tapu Lele just because I need to have a Tapu in there to control that stuff, and it's better than Espeon. So I got Jolteon and Kartana just in case we're dealing with Celesteela right out the gate. Yep. Okay, so he knows that I'm going to hit the Celesteela. He forfeited the battle. That's disgusting. Okay. All right, one more actual battle, and then we'll close it out. I'm so sorry, guys. This is the downside of playing on Showdown, is that you get people with crazy strats. Because that's the thing, like, people are always like, well, if it's just Pokemon, like, how is it crazy? And it's like, well, if you, I'm going to bring Jolteon, Espeon, Lele, and Kartana. It's like, people, the thing about Showdown that's both its blessing and its curse is that you can build your team very quickly. And so it's a place that encourages you to experiment with new builds and stuff all the time, as opposed to the regular game where you're laddering officially, number one, and number two, it takes a long time to get your stuff working. So that's kind of the vibe there. All right, so I'm going to switch to Kartana, and then I'm going to Thunderbolt the Araquanid, and that's just how it's going to be. Yep. Here comes Kartana. Thunderbolt to the Araquanid, threatens it into KO range. We're going to take that rock. Doesn't do that much damage. Z-move from the Araquanid. Hydro Vortex on the Kartana. He lives it. Beautiful. That was a great turn. Okay. So, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Smart Strike the Muck, and I'm going to Thunderbolt the Araquanid again, since it's in KO range. So that takes the Araquanid out. That's good stuff. Smart Strike hits the Muck for some alright damage. Rock Slide still doesn't knock us out, which is great. He's hoping for that flinch there, but he's the slowest, so it's all good. Arcanine's out. Okay, he's going to come out and try and do some craziness. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to swap in Tapu Lele on Kartana's side. I think, well, maybe I'll just let the Kartana go, but I might need it for later. We'll see. I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to go ahead and continue Smart Striking the Muck here. And then, but no, I'm worried because I'm worried the Arcanine's going to do something. All right. Lele comes out, and I'm going to Thunder Wave the Arcanine. How about that? Good stuff. Okay. Doesn't hurt as much as I wanted it to, as you wanted it to, I think. That sucked. Okay. Cool. All right. So now I'm going to go for the big time Psychic on the Arcanine. I'm going to shoot the Muck with a Thunderbolt just to get some damage on it. We'll see what happens. Theoretically, right now, Arcanine's no way he's going first because Psychic Terrain stops the priority moves and he's paralyzed. Tapu Lele is so dang fast. I mean, I don't know what he could do that's gonna really put him in a good advantageous position this turn, but we'll see. Maybe I just don't see it coming. Yeah, so he didn't know about the priority move ban thing. Thunderbolt hits the Muck for pretty decent damage, and Poison Jab takes out the Lele. Okay. That's all right. I'm going to bring in Espeon here because he's got the goods. I'm going to have him Z-move the Arcanine. And then we're going to have Jolteon Thunderwave the Muck just to mess with it a little bit. I don't know why he keeps trying to do that. He's going to take the Z-move to the chest right now. Okay. So Jolteon's down finally, but we got the Muck paralyzed, which is good stuff. Kartana's out. He's going to be a problem for the Muck. Oh, but we got a Kartana on the other side as well. I'm going to go ahead and Psychic the Kartana. I'm going to go ahead and Leaf Blade the Muck, and that's just gonna how it's going to be. It's gonna be the most damage I can possibly do this turn. I might lose anyway, just because Muck just gets into my head. Anytime I see Muck, like, I just get wrecked by Muck. I know he's weak against ground. I know he's, like, you know, not that physically defensive as far as I know. But it's just crazy, you know, like, that's just how it is. So yeah, he gets X-Scissored right away, gets the Beast Boost. Smart Strike does its damage, takes out the Muck. But now we're sitting here with a Kartana and a Kartana, and I mean, like, at this point, it's just battle of the speed, and he went first last time, so I'm gonna go here, but I don't feel good about it. Wow, I can't believe that happened. All right, well, I won the last one on a great note. That felt good. I'm glad that happened for the sake of entertainment value. Yeah, I think going out of this, I'm gonna have to make some changes to my team and try and get somewhere that does a little bit more damage, or at least takes care of a little bit more things. But actually, Pokebank is not affecting VGC that much, other than it's changing the way we think. You know, like, you're seeing these new strats, but all the Pokemon themselves are still available because VGC doesn't allow you to use guys that aren't, you know, available at that time. So we'll see what happens, but I can't believe I won with his Kartana. I feel good about that. I'm glad I got a win at the end there, but yeah, I think before we meet again with this, which we will do a few more times, I think, just because I'm having fun doing it, I'm gonna make some changes to my team. I have another team that I'm working on, so maybe we'll try that guy out next time. But guys, thank you so much for watching. The decks will return next week, along with some news on some new things that are coming and some new additions to our team. So hang tight for that. I've been Alex. This is the Dex. Another Dex versus is going to go live on Friday. I'll see you next week, guys. Goodbye.